Today we're going to deep dive into our city's mass transit system with some huge upgrades, aiming to solve one of mankind's biggest problems, traffic. We're also going to use a cool mod to get a street map of our city to help us make the best decisions. So if you enjoy my British build, please leave a like on the video, which would be absolutely lovely of you, and then grab a cup of tea. Sit back and relax as we dive into Kettlewick. So our mass transit system in Kettlewick has been running okay up to a certain level, but we have absolutely ballooned. We're growing. What are we up to? 63,000 people, nearly 64,000. We've got all the demand in the world. We're making so much money, and I want to pour that money back into the city to improve our transit system. This is one of our hubs that we've got running here with, as you can see, all sorts of buses, all sorts of trains going around the city. We've also got another hub. If we zoom out a little bit over, oh man, can you remember us building this one way back at the beginning of the start of our build? It needs to do a little bit of detailing around here. We've got this little teeny tiny bus hub down here as well, which is actually working really well. We're getting buses in and out anyway on such a small footprint, but we've expanded. We've got all of this area over here, and some areas are really underutilized for mass transit. And of course, we've got a big train station over here, which is going to be our central train station the more that we build out as this city grows. But to help us, like I said, we've got a cool mod that can help us get a map of our city, and that is OSM Export by Fergus Q. It does show up as a warning if we're using Skive to load this mod in, but it does work absolutely fine with this version of the game, so we are going to be checking that out. Now, the first thing we're going to look at is the settings to help you to get this set up working correctly. Ignore the pollution. We'll come back to that another time. So first of all, go into the settings of your game and then scroll all the way down to OSM Export down here, and you've got a few different options that I just want to talk you through. This one here will print out the map, whether it's into a PDF, or we'll come to that in a moment, how we're going to do that, but it will change the direction of the map. So I tend to have mine set this way because that's the way I sort of think of my map when I'm looking at it. It's just the direction that makes sense to my brain. I've got everything turned on, as you can see. We can export that to an OSM, or we can generate a PDF. These are the two export options, but be sure to name your file up here. Now, if you do change any of these settings and do another export, if you've already got a file with that name, you'll just get a big City Skylines error on the screen. I could perhaps show you what that looks like. There we go, because, yeah, it's already got the same name. And this is actually where they're going to be saved as well. If we can zoom into this path at the top, obviously your name isn't Biffa, in case you hadn't realized, but this is where they're going to be saved. And there's the file name at the end. So what I tend to do is I fiddled with the settings and I changed the name depending what my settings were. I've been doing the classic style. You've got classic and modern. I haven't noticed a difference between them, so I'm not entirely sure. And then I'm doing PDFs, not OSM. And then on experimental, I've got contours and trees turned off, but I've got transport lines on, so we get a good overview of the city. So I've already got this map ready and raring to go, so let me show you what it looks like. Here we go, and this is what it's going to look like when you first load it up. I'm going to hold Control and use the mouse wheel to scroll in. Over here you can see that is our airport. This is our first area that we built over here. It's just redrawing every time I move in, so it's going to be a little bit herky-jerky. There we go. So there's the Barney McBrew Memorial over there. And we can grab this and just scroll around and see what we've got. This is our university. There we go, Modern Technical University. This is near the area we've just built. So that was our bus station you saw in the introduction. That's our new area that we've just built there. So you get the idea of how this is working. So this is without the transport lines on. This is showing us stops, I do believe. Oh, all sorts of things in here. Look, police. Oh, these are like notifications. There's mail. There's probably a crime going on down here. I think that is, rather than a police station. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, there we go. So here's our big station over here with the buses and the trains. So what I actually want to show you is the one with the transport lines on, because then we can pick out areas that are being underserved. And here we go. We can see some lines on here. Now, of course, because our transport lines overlap each other, you're only ever going to see sort of one of them on here. So you could turn them all off individually. But I'm going to sort of take this as a whole to see who is being underserved. So as you can see here, you know, all of these housing estates here, they've got stops right nearby. These little white lines, there's plenty of stops. The bus even goes up through this area. And that's excellent. Yeah, very happy with that. But then as we move along, so these are the farms. They're not utilized at all, which is fine. I don't expect a bus to go through a farm. So I'm expecting everybody to walk. Now, this is an area that I want to have a look at. This is our shopping centre, Refreshers Park. And there's nothing. There's plenty of parking. That's what these little symbols are. But there's no bus stops in here. These are taxi stops. So let's just jump into the game and see what we can do about that. Here we go, Refreshers Park. So let's just take a look, and I've got some keys set up. So that brings up our transportation overview and the transportation with a little bit more space to see. So yeah, there's the taxi stops. Here's all the lines that are going past. We do have a train station over here, so people can walk up and over and get there. But we've got some bus lines that are going through here, and I think we can hook these up and help people get in and out a little bit better. I'm possibly thinking if we put them onto Hamilton Street, because then they can go up, turn around. Oh, that is a pedestrian road, isn't it? Where could they go to easily turn around? Maybe, I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to put a roundabout in here so the buses can make an easy and quick exit. It's going to upset our park a little bit, but it's going to be okay. So I'm going to anarchy that in, and then we're going to use move it just to grab that. And I think we can move that back a little bit and it not be too much of a problem. Yeah, that's okay. So let's just pop a stop in here. We'll go for the EU bus shelter. So that's going to be coming in that side. There we go. And then we're going to grab, I don't know how many we've got going through here. Yeah, we've got a few. So some of these are going in and out of other cities, like the outside cities that we've got down here. So Prospect Park and North Bay, all sorts of different ones. I'm just wondering whether there's one that heads down here to Cupton Bluff that we could grab, which would be a better one. This yellow one, does that stay internal to Cupton Bluff? It looks like it does. Yeah, that makes more sense. So I think it is going to be one of these longer ones. And this one here, look, Prospect Park. That is the one, because that comes in here and it crosses over with the internal one. Brilliant. So that'll be good. So Prospect Park, if we can find that one up here. And then I know that's going to go all the way down to our main bus hub as well, so they can get buses. If they just want to go by bus, then they can do that. So that's good. So if we can find that in here, yeah, I think we're going to have to do something. 1 second. Okay, I'm going to turn all of those off, and then hopefully KW to Prospect Park. There we go. That is the one. So if we turn that one on, then we should be able to just grab that. Yep, and we're going to bring that in there. Excellent. So they can turn around, grab people, drop people off. Yeah, that'll be good. So that will utilize that area a bit, as well as the taxis, as well as the parking, as well as the train. Can we just help people get to the train a bit easier? I mean, we do have this road here. There's plenty of crossings. It's not too busy. I think that's probably fine, isn't it? Yeah, they can do that. That's no problem at all. Excellent. So there we go. That is Refreshers Park being served. And then if we move over here, yeah, we've got French Fancy Fields. We've got this little housing estate up here, Werther's Way. Now, there is some stops nearby, but I built this as if it was a sort of an old people's bungalow area, and that's a long way to walk, perhaps, to get to the buses there. So we could have a look at that. We've also got Quality Crest, Peanut Cracknell Lane. That's not too bad. Yeah, let's have a look at Werther's Way. There we go. Excellent. So if we just press that button twice, there we go. We can see. Oh, I need to turn them all on again because I turned them all off. Bonk and bonk. There we go. Excellent. So we can see this line goes up here. Now, I'm just wondering, do we want a bus coming in here and doing the hokey pokey around one of these little cul-de-sacs? No, we don't. Could we add a little cut through to here so that bus could go round? I think that'd suddenly make that a bit of a throughway. Maybe then we could give them the option of turning round down here somewhere and add a stop maybe right out here. I think that would work quite well. Let's get the EU bus shelter again. Yeah, I'm just thinking if we add that here, then we can add in some nice walking paths for our older residents. I'm going to turn off all the snapping. That is literally going to come deliberately not 100% straight through there. Let's have a look. There is another path here, so we're going to bring that along the back. Let's go like this. A little bit of a curve there, and a little bit of a curve there. There we go. So we've got access from both of these sides, although this one isn't attaching. Let's just bring that up into there. So they can walk through. We could also have, let's have a look, a little cut through here as well, if they wish to come and take, yeah, that's it. If we do that, thank you. And then we can add, what's going to be the best way to attach this? Down the side, out the back. Maybe sort of through here. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. So they can walk through there. Everybody can walk down there. These can just walk down the main road and get to the stop there. Yeah, that's good. So then we want to help the bus be able to turn around. I'm thinking of just adding in just a little roundabout there. It's not really going to affect anything. That's going to be no problem at all. And then if we grab our stop here and add that onto there, it's on the correct side of the road, round a roundabout and off. Excellent. So now our elderly residents in Werther's Way are serviced by that bus. Fantastic. So moving away from Werther's Way, I think Quality Crest is absolutely fine. Over here is good. We've got this area down here. There's absolutely none in there, but these are all little cul-de-sacs. And I've got to imagine everybody would just walk through to Park Street or Sheffield Street. So maybe let's just check. They've got plenty of walking. I mean, there's paths here. I think that's what these red dots are. Let's just make sure they can get through here, I think, on the end of Elm Street. Here we go. All sorts fields. This is the end of Elm Street. Yeah, we could just add a little path through here, couldn't we, to help everybody get through. This is possibly going to cause a problem with our zoning. So I'm going to bring it out there. Yeah, that's okay. And then we can attach that in here. That's good. And then these can walk and get through there. I'm going to even add one through here. Look, why not? Let's have a little alleyway down the side of the house so they can get through to there. Excellent. And then we saw that there's some paths at the top there. Yeah, very good. So then for stops through here, so we've got a bus stop there. We've got... Oh, I thought this was a bus stop here. It's for a petrol station. Ah, okay. Yes, I definitely want to add a bus stop right out the front here so people can walk through and use one of these. So we could... Can I put it on this road here? No, we can't. Can I change that road? I was hoping it had come up and round and go back into town so it's a quicker way in. Is that because that's an alley? Let's pick a picker. It's a straight up alley. That's why, with no sides. Okay. What about EU very small road with parking? Is that going to sort of mess things up a bit? I think we're just going to go with that. And then I can add, we can add one there. And then I could grab, any of these bus lines. Bus line 6, that's going all the way up into here. Yeah, that's fine. So as long as they're going into town. Oh, it's the wrong side of the road. Hang on. Let's move that the other way. As long as it's going into town and going to the bus hub. Yeah, let's place that right outside the front. Then that's fine. Then everybody can please themselves. Bus line 6. There we go. Excellent. What's that one there? University Shuttle. Oh, let's add that one as well. There we go. That's the 2 lines running through there. The paths that we had over here, we've got this bus stop right here. Not everybody's stopping there, but I think that's bus line 6 again. No, let's not let that stop there again. And then this side, yeah, we've got these stops up here so they can all walk through to there. Yeah, excellent. So that covers all sorts fields. So we're sticking to the left side of the River Tees at the moment. So that's all sorts fields taken care of. This is all farming. Not too worried about that. This area, absolutely fine. This is pretty much okay, although there is a bit of a gap in the middle here, which I think, even though we've got our bus station down here we were just looking at, and these buses, there's lots of stops, I feel like we need a stop in the middle here. Maybe if it can come down that street and up. So that's Holly Street and Crest Street. There we go. Let's just zoom in a bit here. So this is Bourneville. So if we go like that, we can see, yeah, this stop here, I'm thinking if we could add one down this way. So let's grab that. I think, is it going to be this side of the road? I think it is. And then we'll take that. Yeah, perfect. So it just does an extra little loop around there. So that covers that whole central section. Do we want it going a bit further and add another stop over here? Do you know what? I think that might be a good idea. These poor people that didn't have a bus stop. I mean, I lived in a house with a bus stop right outside for many, many years, and it was fine. I even once came home from work. Somebody was sheltering. Have I done that on the wrong side of the road? Why is it going up and round and down? Oh, it's because these stops are over here. I came back from work, and instead of standing in the bus stop, because it wasn't a shelter, it was just like a stop, they were standing in my front door. So I walked up the road. I could see him. So I'm like coming up from down here. They're stood inside my door there, and I'm like, what is going on? As I get closer, they sort of look at me. I look at them, and then I take out my keys, and the look of horror on their face. And I was like, honestly, help yourself. It's no bother to me. If I could just get in the house, and then, you know, feel free to use the shelter. I'm not going to hold that against you. It could come down there, and then it could go up round here, couldn't it? So could we just maneuver these stops? So if we grab... Come on now, it's so small. If we maneuver that one just to like here, and then maneuver... Do I need to do the other one as well? Let's go back into that view. I think that's it, isn't it? That goes all the way around. The other one comes up and goes around there. Does that look more like... Yeah, look, we've got coverage in there. That's good. That's really good. Yep, I'm pleased with that. And we saw here it goes all up the middle and down. This is all okay. Fantastic. By the way, what I'm doing to get the easier view is instead of going into here and doing that, and it opens this transportation window with the filter, I mean, you can... Yeah, there's no way of shutting that down, and it sort of takes up more of the screen. And if you sort of go in this way and then go into it this way, it takes up all the screen as well. Is I've actually got a key set. So go into options, go into input. I've got key set here for transportation overview. So then when I press it once, you get this view. When I press it again, you get that view with this over to the side. So it's just a quicker way of doing it, because if you were having to do it manually, I think you could go into here, you could then go into there, then you could close that. Yeah, it's just so much quicker. So it's just 2 clicks and it's just like an easier view. Right, which area's next? So that's Bourneville, Penguin Estates, absolutely fine. If we move up north of the river, yeah, now we can sort of see over here, our hospital is not served at all by buses. This is a big main hospital over here. Celebration Gardens, there's one stop in the whole of this area, which I don't think is good enough. Now, I think because of the length of this, and these are all cul-de-sacs coming off the side, a bus should come down here. This end, they can walk over this path and get to, these are the nearest stops outside the secondary school. But yeah, overall, this area needs looking at. I've no idea what that is. Oh, is that like a fire? Let's have a look whether that symbol is a fire or whether it's a firehouse. Let's find out. Here we go. Yeah, it's a firehouse. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Firefighting helicopter depot. Okay, so let's have a look what we've got on here. Yeah, no stops over here at all. Let's just see how we could get these to work. So the buses could go up and turn around in the car park. That really isn't unheard of. They could go up here. That is not connected to this area. They could go up there and turn around. I think that is probably more likely, and have a stop down here somewhere. We've got fences everywhere. I wish we could add stops onto these roads and for it to work. I mean, I'm wondering whether I could anarchy that in. Yeah, even with anarchy on, it doesn't like it. So that's a shame. And I don't want to change the sort of road that we've got there. Although, do I? Could I again upgrade this to be an ever so slightly different type of road just to give us what we've got? Oh, autosave, quick sippity. Let's have a go. I'm going to replace that there. We're going to use the Move It mod to move that down a bit so you can still sit outside. And I think that's a better way of doing it. So we can add just one stop. Let's pop it. Yeah, let's pop it there. So that would be the coming in one, I think, or the going out one. I'm not sure. Let's just put this in first and we'll see. So let's grab, what do we got here? We got Celebration Shuttle. Where the heck does that go? Obviously to Celebration Gardens. Ah, okay. Yep, so that goes up here. So that could be helpful. And then I'm sure that goes all the way into here. Again, it's really hard to see. Let me just turn all the other stops off. There we go. Celebration Gardens. No, I've done it again, haven't I? I've turned them all on. Let's try again. There we go. Just that one there. Yes, it does. It goes, what? Come on now. Please. You meant to just keep like this so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, it does go into Jaffa Cake Crest Hub. Excellent. So that's the one that we want to grab over here. So let's come back up here again. There we go. And there we go. So let's grab that celebration and bring that to there, and then we can just sort of see what's going on. Yeah, so that's the coming in one. It's going to be there. And then the leaving one, we could just have that down here. Though it feels like... I'm just thinking, you know, you're coming out of the hospital, you've got a bad leg or something. I mean, you could get in that one, and it's going to go anyway, isn't it? Because then it's going to go on the way out and dropping off. Actually, that's fine. We'll just have the one there. That's no problem at all. Any other routes going past? No. That will do for our... So this is the hospital there. And what's that? That's the practice clinic. Oh, okay. Let's add another stop outside here then. So we literally could... I was going to put like a huge thing all the way down there. I hate the way it does that. I want to add another node here, but we can't. What I can do is grab any other roads. I'm going to add a node like this. Now that node won't stay. So if I delete that, that node will go, which is a shame. The game didn't used to be like that, but it is now. I'm going to add that in the middle. So it's a different type of road. So now there is a node in there that won't go. And then we're going to add that here, and it just puts the stop on this section here. We're going to pop that there, and then that can go there. So that's fine. So if you're on this bus, you know, you're going to go all the way around and you're going to jump out on the way back. That's fine. I don't see that as being a problem. We could also bring that in to our Asda shopping centre as well, which is over here. This is, let's have a look. So it's basically going to come in and out of here, isn't it, if we do this? Yeah, let's do that then. Again, that's going to make the whole piece of road have the thing, isn't it? I'm not sure. I think what we can do here, let's just grab... So I want it to go from there to there. And then I think what we need to do to change this piece of road, if we add grass on the side, like that. Yeah, we'll just do that. It doesn't have to have trees or anything else. That can literally be it. There we go. And then when we add a stop, there we go. It just puts the bus stop line on that bit. And then we're going to grab that and bring that into here. And then that'll loop round. Excellent. So if you're coming from up here, you're going to go down. No, you're going to miss it entirely. So we're definitely going to have a stop on the other side. There we go. And we're going to bring... Which way is that going? That's that way, so it's this one. We'll bring that one in there. Huh? Why is that doing that? Oh, because there's a stop there. There we go. Let's grab that. Excellent. That's what I wanted. That confused me there for a moment. Yes. So anybody coming from Celebration Gardens can now get over to the... Oh, I missed it. Can now get over to Morrissey's. Sorry, not Asda. And anybody wants the hospital. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. And then Celebration Gardens itself, we saw that wasn't... Yeah, they're all on again, which is good. And that's not covered. There's one stop here. Could we bring that down here? There is a turny-turny at the end, or a roundabout, as they're also called. So I think we could just add some bus stop in the middle. I mean, if I lived here, walk into there. We've got this one, they can walk over there. Yeah, let's just add one. Anywhere along here will be fine. I think there. Very good. Let's do that. And then we can grab this. So they're going to come down here. I don't want them to do that. Well, that's... I'm glad we've got these things now. So if I put that there, it will make it go around the end. It will stop there on the way back up. It also... No, you're not going to stop there. You're going to leave. All of these people... Is there a turny-turny at the... I don't know why I'm calling them that today. Is there a roundabout at the end today? There is. We can add that one into there. And then we could also bring this up to here. And then we could drag that over to there. Yeah, excellent. That's good. So either way, if you're here, you've got access to a bus stop. What is happening to my words? In the middle here, if you want the shopping, there you've got it. Hospital, Morris's, you're covered. Excellent. Oh, so good. But not so good. We are running out of vehicles. We're going to come to the vehicles at the end. I want this to sort of be set up, covering everywhere. I'm letting it run in the background as I'm looking at the PDF map. And then we're going to adjust this. And then I've got a huge change at the end that's going to make the citizens so happy. So wait around for that. Right, back to the map. Right, so Celebration Gardens all covered. Let's just zoom out a couple of clicks. Right, this is all farmland, a quarry, all that sort of thing. I'm not worried about it. This we've all covered. So let's just have a look up here. So at the minute, there are no buses coming to our airport at all, although we do have the train station. So we've got a line that runs into here. And that is right opposite our main other bus hub in this area. So Madison Meadows Central Train Station, yeah. So I'm not actually worried about that. I think we're going to keep our buses as they are and not bring any out there. Although people that live down here, they'd have to get a bus all the way down there to get all the way back up again. That would be a bit silly. Let's actually get a couple of these. Oh, this is our industrial estate. So they're not going to be using buses anyway. They're going to be coming from home, not from work. It's these ones here. Is there a way to walk across here? If I lived here, I'd walk down to here easily. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Right, here we go. So, yeah, we've got the pollution, wind pollution that wasn't there before. Very annoying. So let's just have a look at what we've got coming through here. So we've got buses coming through here, and actually, yeah, they are stopping there. Which route is that? That's the Kettlewick to Bodmin that comes through there. I think that's the only one. We can actually easily check. If I just add, I know we do it this way. If I just, oh, there's more. Look, I can see. There's more under there, but they're all going through. Okay, so that actually comes up here. Where does that leave? Well, that leaves down here, goes up there, back into town. Then it leaves over this way, which I'm assuming when the game stops saving, down here, it's going to go out to Bodmin. Yeah, okay. Where's the closest point? I think if we grabbed it here and dragged it up here, that could work quite well. Why don't we see if we can add a bus stop? Oh man, look at all that cargo traffic. Add a bus stop. Oh man, I just don't want our buses to get caught in all of that. What about here? Because then they can walk to the airport from there. There'd be some sort of back door that they could get in. But if we have it come up past here, it's going to get stuck. Whereas if we do it here, there's a bit of a turnaround. So let's do that. Let's have a stop on each side. Yeah, I'm going to do that thing again. There we go. So then we grab our stop. We'll have one there and one there. Yeah, we've definitely got no lines coming through here. And then let's find... Ooh, is this it? Is it Kettlewick to Bodmin? That is the one we want. So let's just make sure... Oh yeah, got to delete that road. So it can get it on the way up and the way down. Let's just have a look now where it's going. So we'll get it this way as well. There we go. So where's that turning round? It's turning around there. Not quite sure what you should do that. Could you come into there and turn around? You're not liking that very much, are you? Let's grab there. It's a one-way road. You shouldn't have any problems. What is the problem? Oh, now you're going all the way up here. No, don't want you to do that. Okay, let's get rid of that one and get rid of that one and try this again. So it's coming up here. Oh, of course, I know it's got to get to over here, isn't it? I'm an idiot. I think what we can do is turn these around the other way, like so. There we go. Yeah. And then we're going to move this stop, grab that and move that up here. Why can't that go up there and then come around here? What is going on with the pathfinding? It's like all freaking out now. What is going on? Okay, hang on. There must be a way of fixing this. If we remove that stop, and we'll just try that again. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Kettlewick to Bowley. Have we completely messed up the Bodmin line? Or it might be that we've messed up the way the road works, because now it's not connecting properly at either end. This is very, very strange. If I delete that, it's fine. So can I not put a bus stop on here? Yeah, as soon as I do that, it breaks the road. Oh, that is really weird. I don't know whether that's supposed to be like that, but I'm going to change that one from a parking one to a normal one. And that doesn't like it either. Huh. Okay, might have solved it. No, doesn't like that either. I've just changed that little segment to a different type of road. Anything that connects, that is very weird. That is really very weird. If I do that and that, still doesn't like it. Okay, looks like we're not getting a stop on here then. All right, I've solved it. We just have one stop there, so it goes up and round and drops off there, so it's fine. Anybody leaving as well can hop onto that and head into town. So yeah, that's fine, and it's not far from the train station either, so plenty of opportunities for walking and crossing over, and that avoids all of this traffic, which we may or may not get to today. We shall see. Okay, I think that would do for that area. The other thing was whether these people can cross over and easily get through here. I mean, they can walk all the way round, but I feel like we could just really help them out with a bit of an underpass here. There we go. So they can walk here, underpass, go up to there, and yeah, then head off into all the other stops, the schools, the shops, and everything that's over there. Excellent. Okay, so that's this area sorted. There we go. So that's up there and in the middle here. And then as we move a little bit further down, so Yeah, this area here, it's right, oh, let's zoom in. It's right by our bus station here and our central main train station. And I think I don't want any stops on this main road because they are just going to basically then go into the bus station. So anybody who lives nearby, it's just a walk to the end of their road and they've just got everything they need on their doorstep. If we come over here into Old Town, I don't know what all these little pink dots are. I don't know what they're showing me. Maybe something I've added to this area, but we shall see anyway. There's lots of stops in the central section. There's no, oh yeah, there is, yeah, outside the general hospital. That's good. So these people here can walk to the hospital, but maybe some paths through here would be good. We'll do that. There's lots of paths for all of the people that live in this section up here. These are all terraced houses. It would not be realistic for terraced houses to have buses going up through them necessarily. There's going to be somewhere in the UK that has. I know. And we've got the primary school over here, which could do with a stop outside. So let's just fix that. Here we go. So let's just look at where the stops are. Excellent. So this is where our new school is. There is a road that comes in here through that car park. And there is a stop right here. So actually walkability, I would say, to the school isn't bad. Let's just make sure. So if you got off there, where would you need to go? I don't want you cutting through the little coffee shop area. We've got this park here, which would be around the back of the school, and then you're walking all the way down to Fieldstone Lane. I think, to be honest, that is probably the best you're going to do, because this is sort of overlapping a bit anyway, which I hadn't noticed. Let's just see if we can maneuver this down a little bit so it doesn't look too bad. Could we add a little path, I should say, out the back here? Let's give that a go. If we delete... I want to delete that fence. Which one of these is it going to be? Let's do that. Yeah, very good. There you go. So that cuts off that corner. You can get over there. Okay, that's fine. And then it was also these people here being able to walk through to the stops that we've got up there, because there was one over here. Yeah, so we've got this one, which you can't really see. There it is, which is going in and out. That just turns around and goes back. We've got this stop here. Could we somehow give them access through? Oh, we've got this little alley here. We could absolutely, definitely, maybe do that. I think if these people held on to their cups of tea, we could like slide their abodes down a little bit. Mummy, it's an earthquake. Don't worry, it's Mayor Biffa adding in a footpath. And then we could just do... I'm going to do that up to there. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to get invisible pedestrian path. And we're going to run that through so that connects. There we go. And that should connect up over there as well. Yep, it sort of freaked out a bit, but that's fine. So they can now walk through. That's good. What about this end? Yeah, I don't want any stops on Lilac Street because that's slow enough as it is. Could we add a little walking path through there? Yeah. Let's do it over here through these houses. Let's just use a normal path. So we just bring that round to the junction. Yeah, very good. We'll just move that tree right off the path. Boink. Move that down a bit. Everybody's happy. Jobs are good and excellent. And then at the back here, these are all the terraced houses. Now they've got access to these stops here they can walk through to. There's these over here. Now there is a way to walk over there. We've got this road and then a path. And then we've got over the top to here. And then we've got stops all over the place. Where were they? Yeah, all over the place. So actually, that's absolutely fine. I'll be happy with that. There we go. So that's the terraced houses there. I think that's it. We're back to the beginning again. Brilliant. So we've got a bus going up to the castle, which is great. Brewstone Castle. Everybody is covered by mass transit. So now let's... Oh, I tell you, one area we didn't look at was our businesses up over this way. They've got the train. They've got a lot of parking. Yeah, I'm not... do I want to bring a bus up here into this area? I feel like I want to just add one more stop for these businesses here. Oh, we've got the stop here, haven't we? As long as they can walk through to that, it's fine. Okay, that's fine. I'll check for paths, but I think we're okay. That's all farming. That's around the other side. Yeah, brilliant. Everybody's happy. So let's check our lines, see how well utilized or not they are, and make any changes that we need to. So the first thing that I want to check, if we go into our services, is our transportation at 100%. It is at 100%, so that is good. And then we can check our lines. I'm going to do it this way. There we go. And see what the usage is like on these. Oh my goodness, some are really used well. So what I think I'm going to do is anybody that's over 60%, we're going to add some more on. So I'm going to pause that there. So hopefully this list doesn't change around. So let's have a look. I'm going to add another couple on to bus line 32. Now we need to go through all of this again. There we go. Then Kettlewick to Bodmin. We're going to add another couple onto there as well. And we are going to run out of buses like nobody's business extremely very soon. Industrial shuttle. And then we're also going to do something else, which is really... Actually, do you know what? I think I need to do the something else first. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make... Look how much money we're making. 149,000, 150,000 an hour. I am going to make buses free throughout the entirety of the city. Every single one of these lines, I'm going to do it off camera and I'll be right back. I'll tell you what, having this little shortcut key to get through these quickly, oh, there we go, helps if I click the mouse in the right place, is really helpful. We've got these last two. School bus, always free to get the kiddie winkies to school. University shuttle, probably, oh dear, been charging the students. No student discount in Kettlewick. Okay, so that is all free. Oh, I hadn't even thought of trains. Let me just do those. There we go. 7 and 8. Excellent. All free. Don't have any trams. Don't have any subways. Haven't got any ships yet. Oh, could we have ferries going up and down here? If we get ferries in the future, that would be good. Airlines. Free airlines. It's only like $8, £8, whatever it is to get in anyway, but we're going to make all of that free. Cargo railway routes. Are we like charging people for that? No. So everything is free. So I think what I need to do is let this run for a bit. Yeah. See how everybody wants to go, and then we'll check all the no vehicles things that pop up. We've already got, let's have a look. No vehicles on. So yeah, I don't know how many we're going to be short. So if I go down, 1, 2, 3, 3. Looks like we're 3 short on that one. Let's look at this one here. So 1, 2 short on that one, so that's 5, and then we've got one up here as well. I'm hoping they don't sort of overlap. They won't be able to tell, will we? So that's 5, 6. Oh, there we go. That just disappear on its own. Yes, okay, that's 6 overall. Let's have a look down here. Nothing down there. Oh, we've got another one here. So we've got 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. One for the kids. 9. Yeah, okay. I can't remember what that had. So let's say 10, because I think I put that too high. Oh, we've got another one. No, that's a traffic jam. 10. Looks like we need another 10. Right. Let's take a look at our bus hubs. Yeah, another call out, please. I want like something to turn all of these on and off all in one go. That would be great. But I think if we just quickly go through dink, 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 all of these, that would be good. Excellent. And then I want on public transport depots. So we've got small train garage, bus depot. Does it have any upgrades? It does. Got 25 buses. We can add an extra 10 off of this one. So let's do that. Oh, I say let's do that. Where the heck are we fitting this in? I mean, if I do it there, I've got Anarchy on. Is that actually going to count? Or what we could do, let's do this. Let's pick of that. And is that one way? Come on, stop jumpy. It is one way. Let's use this. Come out here like that. Yeah, I think that'll be better. And then grab this on here. And it's almost within the area. And I'm hoping that that works and just sends them out. And it isn't a problem. Oh, has it added them over here? I think it has, yeah. So we could just do a little bit of tidying up here. Come on. Oh, we can't just move that. All right, fine. Yeah, there they go. Excellent. That could actually just take care of the problem. So what I'm going to do is bring that in there, and I'm going to add my favourite thing of the day to add. Little roundabout. There we go. Brilliant. So we're going to let that run for a bit. See whether that's helped all of our lines. And also now that it's all free, we want to see how many more people are going to use our lines. One other thing that we need to do while we're looking at our roads, all these accidents all over the place. If we look at our roads, so parking lot buildings going off, maintenance depots we want to look at. We've got one. This one little teeny tiny maintenance depot, I mean, it's doing a sterling job, but it's having to look after all of the roads everywhere. The further away it gets, the more it's a struggle. Let's just have a look. Does this have an upgrade? It does. We can add another 5 vehicles. onto the side of that. Let's do that, but then I feel like I want to add another maintenance depot down here, this end of town. I don't really want to add it into Cupton Bluff. We've got the farmers area here. We have this area, so this is SwitchCon. We could add it out the back here, couldn't we, somewhere? I think that would be fine. I can't remember the last time I placed one of these. There it is. Excellent. So we just pop that here. If I turn off Anarchy, just so the trees disappear, I think that's going to be fine. And we can afford it. We're going to add on the extra garage as well. So now we've got 15 cars going out from there. Turning, oh, look at them. Look at them go. Turning all of the red roads green. So I reckon very, very quickly, all of this is going to look much, much better. Oh man, look at that. About half an hour later, there is nearly almost 100% coverage on road condition with our maintenance depots, vehicles going around. I don't think we're ever going to see an accident again, unless you happen to be in the quarry up here or on one of these cul-de-sacs. I don't know, but look at that. Fan-flipping-tastic. Right, let's take a look at what our transportation has been doing then over that time. Whether because, that's not what I want at all, whether because we've now made this free, that any of our usage has gone through the roof. Now, what you've got to remember is there is a flow of traffic. There is sort of like a built, oh, look at all that. Good grief. There is like a built-in rush hour type thing, like the mod we used to use in City Skylines 1. So at certain times of the day, as you can see, usage will go up and down depending on whether it's going to school time, going to work time, or coming home. So I think what I'm going to do, we're literally coming up to, I'm not quite sure, I think rush hour starts at 5. Is it 5 till 7 or something like that in the game? I can't remember. But if we leave it running now at full speed and just see how that goes, I mean, we've already got, I'm just going to pause it there. We've already got a load over 60%. So I think we're going to up some of these again and see how we go. Let me just quickly do that. So that is already 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more buses that I've added into here. Okay. We've also got some that got 0 usage. They do have some every now and again, but there's only 1 bus on each of those. I'm going to keep them because most of these are going in and out of the city. So we'll just keep them. We'll just keep them. Right. Let's let things run a little bit more. And I'm going to keep an eye on all of this. I've just added another extra garage to give us 10 more, up to 45. Are we going to use them all? 42, 40, 38. What? What's it going down? 39, 40. Are we going to get up to 45, 41, 42, 44, 45? Oh, man. I think we need another one. We can just keep adding these on, which is great. I'm going to add another one out the back here. Can we get it onto here? I think we need Anarchy because there's like a surface there or something. Yeah. We'll add another one there. Keep an eye on this figure. We're up to 55 buses. I think that's it. Yeah. So we've got 5 spare buses because each of these gives us 10. 10. Yeah. So good job we put that one down. Excellent. Good. Oh man, usage going up, even with extra buses on there. So I'm going to keep adding more onto these lines that need it. I just do it 2 at a time. Just seems to work well for me. Of course, by Bourneville in Palmer Violet's Way, we've got this other bus depot over here. How's that one doing? That one is absolutely maxed out at 55, and then the one up here, here it is. I couldn't see it for looking. Is also maxed out at 55. Oh man, can I add another one in here? If I squeeze it in, I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to pop it in, and then we're going to do a little bit of, I can't do the, oh darn it, I was going to use the move it mod and move things around a bit. I can't do that. Can I do it in here? Extra garage, relocate. Pretty sure that's that one. So if I go like there, what? Hang on. That was the last one we did. Yeah, there we go. They fit in fine, and we've got space to spare. We've got, maybe we haven't got space to spare. Hang on, they're still leaving. I think that's it. 56 out of 65. Good. Well, that doesn't help, does it? Traffic accidents on roads that we fixed up, and you've hit one of my brand new buses as well. Man, I really hope that you've got insurance there. Is it a taxi driver? No, it's just somebody in a yellow car. Good grief. Right, I've just sat here watching the usage of all the bus lines for an entire 24 hours in the game and made sure that nothing goes over 60%. That's just a figure I plucked out the air. It means I've got another load of 40% space, you know, for extra people that want to use it and that sort of thing as we expand, and I don't have to worry about it for a while. And I've made sure that if they hit 60, they get another bus, and I've just kept doing that through the rush hour in the morning and the rush hour at the end of the day. And yeah, it's going absolutely brilliantly. We'll come back to the difference in figures. Oh my goodness me, we've got like a mini death wave going on. Yeah, that's for future Biffa. So over here, we do actually have we've got 5 spare buses there. I've had to expand that a little bit more. And we've had to expand this one a little bit more here. And we've got a few spare buses there. So probably don't need both of those expansions, but that is fine. Traffic is... I mean, there's no traffic anywhere, which is good. I'm not quite sure why we've got a death wave, but we're just going to not talk about that. And then figures-wise, who's using the buses? Well, so before taxes, 1,206, now 1,000. So 200 people less, which is good. Buses, 30,000 before, 38, 39,000 now. So that is fantastic. That's an extra third, isn't it, on top, if you sort of round it up a little bit there, something like that. If my maths is right. Trains, 12,000. That's dropped a bit. You know, it's more or less the same. 12.3, now it's 11.8. So the buses has gone up, which you would expect if you're offering free public transport to people. That is fantastic. And we're still making an absolute ton of money. And transportation, I mean, fees are nothing. It's costing us 1.6 million. We can afford it. We can absolutely afford it. Everybody is really pleased. If there was a minus on there about fair taxes, abundance, high, they don't really say anything about all the free buses that we're getting now, but there we go. I am pleased with the way that's worked out. Is that a car crash or is that a bit of traffic? It's a bit of traffic from all the buses that are now going around. There is one route that I'm going to need to look at a little bit more closely. Let's go in here, bus line 32, because it seems to be extreme. Is it the longest route we've got? 14 buses. I think that route needs something else doing with it. Let's see where it goes. So it starts off here, not too far from Freddo Meadows. It goes around down the highway. Okay, goes along here, along this. It's a very long route, so not many stops. Then we're back into the old part of town. It goes to the bus station there. Okay, then it goes back round again, down here. Yep. Then it goes down here, then it heads back into here again, and then it heads out this way, and it goes to that station. Okay, so it's more like a link between the two stations. So at some point, if we go down the route of metros, those would be the sort of things we'd adjust. But as it is at the moment, Kettlewick is not getting metros. Well, we provided free transportation for every single citizen in our city, and they are loving it. Crashes are down, traffic is almost non-existent. A job well done, I would say. If you enjoyed this video, a thumbs up would be absolutely lovely of you, and a massive thank you to all my beautiful patrons. You can see their names scrolling up the screen right now. If you want to find out what that's all about and what rewards you can get, there'll be a link in the description below. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I'll see you all very soon for some more Kettlewick.